In 2012, Napa Valley winemaker Chad Brixley received a frantic call from a major orange juice company in Florida. They were drowning in a surplus of oranges, far too many to turn into juice. "Chad, can you make wine out of oranges? We've got mountains of them." Always up for a challenge and intrigued by the unusual idea, Chad thought, why not? If grapes can make wine, why not oranges? So he got to work. He crushed the oranges and prepared his favorite lab-grown yeast, ready to dive into uncharted territory. Just then, a wild thought hit him. Clay pots! Chad figured they'd add an earthy depth and unique flavor to the wine. Without hesitation, he rushed to the local nursery, bought every clay pot in sight, and filled them with orange juice and yeast. The rest, as they say, is history. And that's how the world's first orange wine came to be. While that story's a lot of fun, it's not even remotely true. The truth is that orange wine is a style of wine that most people would have been used to about 6,000 years ago. It has its origins in Georgia. No, not the state, the country. See, in ancient Georgia, the way that they made their wines was by putting their white grapes into clay pots called kavari, burying them underground, and letting them ferment naturally right there. Leaving the skins and stems in those pots during fermentation caused the wine to come out with an amber or orange color. While orange wine has become really trendy in the last few years because of the interest in natural winemaking practices, it's not a new idea. Orange wine is basically just a white wine made like a red wine. What this does is add a little more complexity to its flavor profile and structure, and it makes it a little bit easier to pair them with a more diverse array of foods. One place that this has kind of always been going on is Friuli in Italy. So I've got a bottle of orange wine from Friuli with me right now. This is Aransat. At the 2024 International Wine Challenge, this thing took home the gold medal for both the orange wine category and the Italian white category. This is a blend of Pinot Grigio and Sauvignon Blanc that spent 90 days in contact with the skins. So you can see what that skin contact does, and you can definitely tell why they call it an orange wine. This nose is awesome, like some nectarine, peachy, stone fruit kind of fruit aromas. And there's a little bit of like spice to it, maybe like allspice or something along those lines. That skin contact definitely gives it some tannin, which is not something you'd usually experience when you buy a Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc. This wine is bone dry, it has some really good acidity to it. My mouth just won't stop watering after the one sip, and really nice like mineral-driven finish. If you've never had an orange wine, this is a really good first one to try because it'll give you a taste of what the category has to offer without dragging you too far down the rabbit hole. And if you're already a fan of orange wines, this is definitely one that's worth trying out. This wine is available on our ship free list. That means if you build a case of 12 bottles on that list, it'll ship free. That goes for your delivery orders too. Or if you're local, you can just come by the store and pick some up. We've got a whole bunch of orange wines in our natural wine section, and there's a lot of stuff worth trying. What's your opinion on orange wines? I'd love to hear what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the latest and greatest from Empire Wine. So cheers to great wines and great deals.